Hey everybody, it's Inchworm Phillips, and I'm here with Wigglin on the Street, and today we are doing an interview right here in Vernon Hills at Local Heroes. Today I'm going to be interviewing one of the co-founders, and then after that we're going to give you a tour of the place so you can find out what type of gear you're going to be wearing when you come out here. Hey everybody, it's your girl Inchworm Phillips, and we're here, special edition of Wigglin on the Street. I've been everywhere, and I decided to come here in Vernon Hills at Local Heroes. And right now, I am here with one of the co-founders and CEO of Afresh Culture, Mr. Dante.
What's up?
How are you?
I'm good.
It's been a long time coming, right?
It's been a long time.
Yes.
Long time.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm happy you're here.
Yeah, this is really dope. I'm so excited for you. Later on, we're gonna give you a tour just to see like what all the kind of gear you can get. It's just really dope in here. We're gonna start with Afresh Culture first, okay? Tell us why Afresh Culture is dipped in faith.
I'm gonna back up a tiny bit. I was doing shirts a long time ago. Back in 2013, somebody asked me, why'd you stop doing shirts? I was like, I don't know. And your life just happened, stop doing them. And that same day that happened, you get the power of three, right? Same day that happened, Facebook memories, whatever it is, pops up. Somebody wearing one of my old shirts that I did.
Okay.
All right, cool.
The memories always get you.
Right. So that's two things right there, right? Two things just happened. And then later on, one of my homies from out of state, man, rocking this tank top, that tank top you did, another one of my shirts. Okay, that's three. All right, so I believe in the whole three, Trinity, break the body down, rebuild it in 3 days, all that stuff, right? So I decided to go ahead and push forward, trying to figure out, okay, you're trying to tell me something, kick it back into high gear again. And so there's a song called Fall Afresh by this band. I forgot the name of the band, but I was very fond of the song. But I never heard the word afresh before. So I didn't know the word afresh was a word.
Me neither.
Yeah, the whole word, A-F-R-E-S-H. So it basically is to begin again, start new, you wake up afresh.
Yeah.
Right? Start a job afresh. So I'm like, oh snap, okay, I like that. And then the culture part of it is just, to me, when I thought of the name Afresh, it's like, and you think of a culture as something that you just do, it's something that's around you, it's around you. So to me, to wake up, pray, give thanks, repent, forgive, is to be fresh daily. You refresh or fresh your spirit daily.
Dope.
For me, by those number of things right there. Yeah. So that's kind of where the name came from, Afresh Culture, and that's why it's Streetwear Dipped in Faith.
Dope.
Yeah.
I was first introduced to Afresh Culture. I was on Facebook and everybody was just buying your stuff. I see everybody with Afresh Culture. I'm like, what is this? I gotta jump on and get some stuff too. Especially when I found out that it's black owned. I'm like, oh hell yeah, I gotta get some stuff.
You gave me a nice picture too. I remember that.
Yeah. I got this shirt and the sweatpants. I wear them all the time.
Yeah, the sweatpants are comfortable though.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So that's really dope. And then Acts in the Bible. Is it Acts?
Acts.
I don't read the Bible. Stop acting like I read the Bible. Hell, Acts 3:19. What's the significance of that?
The days of refreshing comes from the Lord.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it actually reads the times of refreshing.
Okay.
Comes from the Lord. So that scripture kind of stuck out to me, and it kind of like resonated in with the whole brand of staying fresh. A fresh culture. So it kind of like it fit. Yeah.
So it was just shirts, sweatshirts, hats. How did you get started with what type of apparel you wanted to?
I love hoodies.
Me too.
I love a good hoodie.
Me too.
And I love a good snapback. So I started off doing t-shirts. I love t-shirts too. You go to Target or Old Navy, I'm always looking at the t-shirts, all the vintage shirts and everything, and touch them, and feeling them, and what kind of, like, what do they use on? Is it ink? Is it vinyl? All these things. So doing all those things. But and a lot of t-shirts, that I had. And so I started off doing those. And that was like 2017. And it was very, very slow. 2017 through 2018, really, really, really slow. And towards the end of 2018, I decided to shut it down. And I shut it down for 3 months. There's the three again.
Yeah.
I shut it down for 3 months. I got to figure this out. Why is this not doing, I'm not even feeling it. What is it not doing that I needed to do? Right. So I shut it down for 3 months and I started studying a lot, studying other brands that I really loved. You got your Nike, of course, right? You have Fear of God. You have the Hundreds. You have Crenshaw. Art of Homage, which is another faith-based brand out of Texas. Grateful Apparel. A lot of brands I was watching. Joe Fresh Goods. So a lot of common denominators the common denominator that I came across was simplicity.
Okay.
A lot of my shirts was doing a lot of things on it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people like simple stuff.
That's why I love it.
Yeah, simple. So what can I do that was simple?
Right.
So the whole Stay Fresh thing was always in my head. So taking the Stay Fresh and taking the E out, making it symmetrical, and which is eye-catching rather than being Stay Fresh. And I went with that, simple lettering. And I said, I'm gonna do it as a snapback first. And I decided to do a pre-order for snapbacks, beginning of 2019. So like January 2019. By February 2019, I sold a bunch of snapbacks, sold out of snapbacks with just a Stay Fresh on it. What's on your shirt? Just like that.
I remember.
On a black snapback. And people was like, yo, this hat is dope. I'm like, it freaking worked.
Yeah.
Right? It worked. So I did more snapbacks. Then I did hoodies. I did t-shirts. Did more colors of hoodies. And just kept it exclusive. So if a hoodie color drops in red and it's gone, it's gone.
Right.
Blue, that's gone, it's gone. And then it took off from there. It went from, I want to say, between 2017 through 2018, about $800 in sales.
Wow.
To like almost 10 in 2019, to like 45 in 2020 in sales. So
somebody got some money.
It all gets funneled right back into all of this.
You sure? I could use a couple dollars.
It all gets funneled back in there.
Okay.
I have a problem with paying myself. That's my problem. But that showed that like stopping and studying, looking and seeing what it is instead of just going, boom, I'm gonna do shirts. What am I trying to do with these shirts? I want to build something. I want to build a name, a legacy, something that's going to last a long time, like those other brands that I mentioned, you know, and that's kind of where we are.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So now here we are at Local Heroes in Vernon Hills. Talk about how that came to be, because it's not just a fresh culture here. It's other brands, other designers, and things like that. So how did that happen?
Local Heroes is an idea that I came up with back in 2020. I went to my guy DK, who was one of the owners of this store with me, and I went to him and I told him I had an idea that I wanted him to work with me on to do a pop-up and call it Local Heroes, and local because I wanted to bring in other brands that are from the area. And we do this pop-up together, and then the hero part was we're going to take 10% of our sales, not our profit, but our sales, and donate that from that day to an organization in the area.
Wow.
Which we end up giving to Elite Striders.
Oh, wow.
So it was a trust factor. It was 4 of us that day. It was March 8th, 2020. It was a Local Heroes pop-up, and it was a trust factor. Whatever you sell, I'm not going to ask you what you sold. Here's their Cash App, send it to them. And that's what everybody did. And then COVID happened. And no more pop-ups happened.
Right.
Because we were on point to do like about 4 or 5 more pop-ups. We were gearing it up.
Yeah.
And that was going to be it, Local Heroes pop-up, and we're going to just pop up everywhere and pop off. You know?
But you popped up here in Vernon Hills, and now you have your own place, your own spot. So I think it's really dope. Why was it important for you to collab with different designers, though? Like, why was it important for you to do that?
Because strength in numbers. Working with like-minded people, other creatives, and me and DK, he's to blame for all of this because he came and was like, when the world opened back up, we were like, let's do some more pop-ups now. And he was like, well, I might be able to do a pop-up in a mall. I got to connect. I was like, a mall, dude? That's gonna, this one tax us. But it ended up being a good price, and they gave us this place, and we were in here like with the quickness. But we wanted to bring in other brands to give them the same exposure that we were preparing ourselves to get. Of course, we got North Chicago and Waukegan, people who rock with us, right?
Yeah.
But then you have this other area, Vernon Hills, Buffalo Grove, Mundelein, so on and so on, who don't know who any of us are really, right? I have an online presence that's pretty big, that spans across the country, right? But still, there's people in this area that don't know who I am or know who Afresh Culture is, know who No Logo is, Le Jour, and so on. So let's come in, let's all take advantage of this. Get this money, but get this exposure, make an impact, create a community here, and it worked out, you know? Yeah.
A couple of people that I'm familiar with, the Stick Talk and Tilted Crowns. Yeah. So shout out to everybody working together. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that it's all competition, but when you work together, we can all make money, move forward, and build. So that's really dope.
That's what it was all about.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about how hip hop has influenced local heroes. When you come in here, it's a vibe. Like it is such a vibe, like a hip hop vibe.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I'm hip hop to the core.
Yeah, I know you got your music.
Yeah, I'm hip hop to the core, so it's there. We wanted to give it that feel, which the people will see. Anybody who's came to the store, and I'm pretty sure we'll see it later on. We have our selfie room, which I wanted to look like a '90s bedroom.
Yeah.
You know, with the posters, got the record player in there, got Nas, Public Enemy, The Chronic. You know, the Roots,
all the good,
so on, all the, you know what I mean?
Yeah, good rap.
I had to bring in all the good records, you know, and just give it that vibe. You know, we play tons of other music, a lot of new hip hop and everything, and all of us have a different, you know, field that we're into. Like if I come in here and it's just me, you might hear Sky Zoo, Common, you know, things like that. Brad will come here with leisure. You know, he'll probably play some other stuff, some Pop Smoke or whatever. So we all have our different things that we're into. We all love Kanye, you know, and things like that. And so the hip hop thing, it's just, we're all in it. We all grew up in it. Of course I did. So it's got to have that feel to it.
I love it.
The old Spike Lee posters over here and everything.
I love it.
Yeah.
I definitely feel right at home when I walk in here. It's
What's
a vibe.
up?
Definitely
Supposed
a vibe.
to feel that way.
Yeah. Where do you see where do you see local heroes, Afresh Culture, all of this? Where do you see yourself wiggling to in 5-10 years from now?
We see ourselves wiggling to other cities, maybe another state.
Okay.
We do have some ideas of what we want to do here. We want to put this in other places because we think we have something really cool.
You do.
We've been approached also by other malls.
Okay.
Just numbers didn't work out because right now we feel like you come to us.
I know that's right.
You came to us, so we got to make this work.
Yeah.
If it don't work for how we feel like it should work, then that's just not going to work.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So right now we're using this as our trial and error. You know, because there's things that we're learning while we're here, because we've never owned a store before.
Right.
Until now.
It's a whole nother vibe.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game.
The monster's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're learning a lot as we go along. We were just here earlier talking about something that came across today. How do we manage this situation in the future? So we're always learning stuff. But it's going to help us when we finally get to that point where we can open another store
I love it.
somewhere else. Yeah.
Okay. Who are some of your local heroes or heroes in general?
Local heroes in general. Well, my grandma.
Okay.
She's a hero. She's my hero.
I love
right?
that. Why?
Yeah, she was there for everything. Like when my mom couldn't do it, grandma always stepped in.
Yeah.
You know, always stepped in. She came through for the family. Period. So I think she's. If the family could pick a hero, it'll be her. If we're going to talk about streetwear, I'm going to talk about Joe Fresh Goods. Talk about Bobby Hundreds, you know, Jerry Lorenzo. These are the guys. Virgil, you know, Carl Kanai, April Walker.
Yeah.
You know, these guys, Dapper Dan. These are the guys who like paved the way for us to even be here. This store is mocked off of Fat Tiger Works for Joe Fresh Goods. You know, his store was much bigger and doper than this, but he brought in other people to give them shine. They all had their areas of the store.
Yeah.
And this is kind of how we want to do this and bring people in and give them their shine. But those are kind of, as far as the fashion world goes, I look up to those people a lot. And of course we have our normal heroes.
Yeah.
You know, we got our Muhammad Ali's and Malcolm X's and, you know, Martin Luther King's and so on, you know. But for what I'm doing right now, those are my heroes.
Okay.
Yeah.
One last question for you. What makes you feel fresh?
Well, the things that I said earlier,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Wake, pray, forgive, give thanks, repent, get up, of course, take a shower. But
Gotta do that.
but on the outside, a dope pair of sneakers, you know, putting on something that my guys made.
Okay.
You know, me or my guys. I love being able to wear their stuff and people saying, yo, that's dope. I wore one of the other guy's name is Lewis. He's actually in the back. He has a brand called Storylines. He made this black hoodie with this Jordan thing. He does a lot of art.
Yeah.
Very artsy stuff. And I wore it one day and somebody was like, yo, that hoodie's dope as hell. You know, and I'm like, yeah, it is dope as hell, you know? But that stuff there makes me feel fresh, you know, being able to support my guys
Dope.
at the same time.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, we're going to get into it with the little tours. We can see all of the dope designers, what they came up with in just a second.
Okay. So we got, of course, my brand, Afresh Culture. This is one of my jackets here. Bomber varsity jacket.
What you got?
This is Lewis's. This is his baller shorts, his Storylines. That's his brand there.
Love it.
Of course, more Fresh Culture. This one is one of mine. Cappy Pondexter, who is a legendary WNBA player. I got to collaborate with her.
Dope.
And I created some shirts.
Saw that.
Yeah. So the back of this one is basically giving her flowers. Yeah, so that's why the roses are back there, giving her all her accolades, you know, 2-time champ, finals MVP, etc. So we worked on that, you know, and she gets buckets because she got buckets.
Definitely.
She's retired now, but she got buckets.
Okay.
Lewis's Storylines again.
Yeah.
This is this is a Suburban Kid, which is very popular out here. Yeah, a lot of kids. He plays off of how people act like they're from the city, but they're not. They're really just suburban kids.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's me. I would be like, if I go out of town, I'm like, I'm from Chicago, but no.
Yeah. Leisure.
Love it.
Leisure, excuse me. That's how you pronounce it. So yeah, it's a few of the brands here.
What we got here?
So this here is.
Hustler never sleeps.
Yeah,
I
this
like
is
this.
behind the scenes. Young lady named Queen from North Chicago.
Cute.
This is her brand. She has a number of things in here. Like I said, you know, supporting outside, not just the owners of the store, but bringing in other brands from the outside. And that's I'm working on some college themed sweaters. So I've done like a LSU color before, now Iowa. Working on a UNC one next. I'm gonna keep on just adding on other college color shirts.
And you got the backpacks up here. I love these.
Yeah, so this is Corner Bodega, a guy from out south in Chicago. He brought in a lot of book bags and duffel bags.
Love it.
To put up here. He's a hustler, which is why he has that on there. Respect my hustle. Stick Talk right here. Yeah, we tried to get him in early when we first opened the store, but just some things happened. But then around Christmas time, I was like, yo, you need to get in here.
Yeah.
And he got in here and he's been kicking butt.
I love
a lot of
these.
people in this area are wearing his hats right now.
Yeah, I love his. I have a bucket hat. I still haven't worn it. I got you, Pine. I got it. But I love these. Shout out to Stick Talk.
Yeah, he's been doing it. And then behind the scenes again, she has her trucker hats there. Leisure trucker hats. They've been doing pretty good too. People love trucker hats.
What room is this? What is this? This is so dope.
This is the selfie room.
Okay.
So we wanted this space to be to where people could come in here, take pictures, tag us on Instagram, things like that. I wanted to look like a 90s bedroom. So like my bedroom had a lot of posters on the wall from like Word Up magazine and The Source and you know,
such a vibe.
Stuff like that. So I wanted to put pictures up here that had to do with the culture of what we do. So the streetwear legends, you know what I mean? So you got April Walker there, you got Jerry Lorenzo, Cross Colors, movies that impacted the culture when it came to fashion, like Do the Right Thing, like Boys in the Hood, you know, Into the Wu-Tang. You got Kanye and Jay-Z who impacts culture, you know, in a huge way. Then you got some people like my son, Rocket, and then a couple other people here. You got Cappy Pondexter. That's one of the other shirts that I created for her. So we had that hanging up, and there was a couple of my joints there.
We gotta take a selfie real quick in the selfie room.
In the selfie room.
Let's do it.
Let's get
in the background.
I get my V in there.
All right, 1, 2, 3. So tell everybody where they can come here, where's Local Heroes, where they can follow you to get the clothing, all that good stuff.
Well, Local Heroes is located in Vernon Hills, Illinois, in the Hawthorne Mall, lower level, in the middle across from Pandora. You can find Local Heroes on Instagram under Local Heroes Pop Up on Instagram. Same thing on Facebook.
Okay.
Then of course, Afresh Culture is AFRESH Culture. And we're on Instagram under the same name. Website's the same name as well. Keep it simple.
Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Wigglin on the Street. Make sure that you support your local businesses. All right. Peace. Thank you.